Hi, and welcome to the Website Creation Secrets video series. This is video number 1, which is the introduction to website creation secrets. Now, here's what I'm going to talk about in this particular video. I'm going to talk about 3 things. First, I'm going to give you a quick overview of all the videos that are in this video series. And the reason for that is because I want you to understand all of the videos, what you're getting into and things like that. If you know in advance what you're about to watch and things like that, it'll all make sense and you can all put all the pieces of the puzzle together fairly easily and fairly quickly. So it speeds up your process, saves you lots of time. Second of all, I'm going to talk about the tools that you're going to need. And third, we're going to talk about how it all works. So this is to prepare you for video 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which will speed the process up fairly quick. So first video, of course, this is the first video. The second video is about meeting with your clients. Now, there are several things you need to do beforehand before you meet with your clients, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. And meeting with your clients really gives you a better understanding of them, of their needs, what their expectations are, and things like that. If you understand that, then you'll know how to price your website, because there's no one size fits all in any business. I found that over the years, when I ran my own website development company, it was the case that some clients could be $1,000, some clients could be $4,000, some clients could even be $10,000. It really depends on the scale of the website, what they need. Do they need lots of videos? Do they need lots of this? Do they need lots of that? But you can tweak it, and you definitely want to start low. You want to start around 1, 2, 3, or 4,000. That would be considered low. 1,000 is considered quite low. In fact, I used to be in a time where I would price my websites at $500, and when people looked at it, they thought cheap, right? So what I did was I increased the price to 1,000 and then 2,000. Just by doing that, guess what? I got more clients that way. I didn't really change that much in my blueprint. So it's really about perceived value as well. But at the same time, your goal here is to help your clients get up and running, get their website running, and get some sales to their site. And if you follow this blueprint, you will be able to help your clients, which is exactly what you should be doing in this business. Video number 3, we're going to be talking about getting your first sale. Once you meet with the clients, what do you do now? There are specific questions you need to ask your clients, and once you do that, you know exactly how to price your package. How do you get your first sale? In this video, you'll learn how to get your first sale, but you'll also learn how to tack on extras, like how you can sell both the site, web hosting, and possibly other future opportunities in the long term. Video number 4, we're going to talk about planning your layout. Planning your layout's important. If you don't plan your layout, you will not know how to put up your data, how to set up your website, and things like that. So planning is very, very important. Video number 5, we're going to talk about setting up your own website. Setting up your own website, from web hosting, finding a domain name, how to set up the WordPress content management system, how to find a theme, how to customize a theme, how to basically do everything on setting up your website. Video number 6, we're going to talk about how to install SEO-friendly plugins for WordPress, how to make your WordPress website basically more search engine friendly. In video number 7, we're going to talk about installing plugins to create the user-friendly editing feel for your clients. Because if you're going to give your clients full control over the website, then you want to basically make it as easy to use as possible. The harder it is, guess what? The harder it is to use, not only will they be unhappy, you will be unhappy, because I've had issues where when I didn't set up WordPress websites, the client would always call me on my cell phone. Even if I was taking a vacation, help, 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 they'd always call me on the cell phone. So the bottom line here is the blueprint here is set up to save you time, save you money, save you potential profits, but also save you the headaches of having to deal with upset clients. So if you set up right, you will be able to do just that. Now let's talk about the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need confidence. You're going to need confidence. Sorry, I said that. You're going to need to be able to meet up your clients, be confident about your products, be confident about the way you do things, and confidence generally, you can have more confidence when you know exactly what you're dealing with. If you haven't actually set up your own website on WordPress, you need to do that. In fact, that's one of the things that I'm going to recommend that you do first. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. But if you know exactly how to do something, then you can sell it better. Because then you'll know how it has impacted you and how it can impact other people. That's confidence. Then, of course, you're going to need WordPress. WordPress is free, so that's good for you. You're going to need access to WordPress plugins. I'm going to show you exactly what plugins you can use, and I'm going to be using free plugins, so that's good for you there too. You're going to need web hosting. I recommend several sites. One of the sites that I would recommend is Surefire.com. I'll show you more about that in a little more detail. You're going to need a domain name, and I'd recommend Namecheap.com. And of course, I'll show you that in just a minute. Web hosting can run, I think, Servant anywhere from $45 to $89 a month, but you can use their $45 a month to do pretty much anything. You can run about 100 websites on a $45 a month account. So just imagine 100 websites, $1,000 each. You do the math. Then you need about 4 to 5 hours of time, and you need some cash. Web hosting, domain, really doesn't cost a lot. Probably costs less than $100. And most of the time, I'm going to be using free tools. So let's talk about how it works before we actually move on to video number 2. This is how it works. The first thing you need to do is you need to watch this video series all the way from video number 2 to video number 7. The second step is you need to get a good understanding of this business. If you have a good understanding of how to set up your own website, how this business works, then you're going to be able to properly implement it without any trouble. And just follow it step by step. Step number 3, we're going to talk about how to set up your own website. You need to set up your own website. Video number 4 is meeting your potential clients. And like I talked about earlier, you need to do several site things before you meet with your potential clients, which in this case, set up your own website. If you set up your own website, guess what? You're going to be confident about setting up your sites. You're going to be confident about how it's impacted you and how it can impact your potential clients. And plus, guess what? It's easier to sell something when people can see it in front of them. If you set up your own website and you follow my blueprint step by step on how to set up a WordPress site, guess what? You can show that to your potential clients. You can say, hey, I've set up this site. It looks amazing. I can set up something similar to yours, for you. So once you do that, you meet with your potential clients. You show them. That is how you can get your first sale. Generally, when you meet with your potential clients, yes, they are potential. So you yourself have to get an idea. Is this client a good client that I can work with? Sometimes you might not know until your first website and how they work, things like that. If they're too picky, how do you price your points? How do you do this and that? Is it flat rate? Is it an hourly rate? things like that. Now, I will tell you in advance that flat rates are good, but you could say the flat rate will include 20 hours of my time. Anything after that, I will charge, $75 or $50 an hour after that, and do it that way. If you do it that way, then you kind of put yourself in a safe zone, because I've had cases where, like I said earlier, I set up a website. It takes me 3 weeks, 30 hours a week, 3 weeks, 60 hours of time for $1,000. I mean, some of you, that might seem a lot of money, but to me, 60 hours for $1,000 is not a lot. So I wasted a lot of time with that client because I did not set up my pricing correctly. If you do it correctly, you will avoid the same mistakes that I made. Then you need to plan your layout. Plan it from, okay, your About Me page, what kind of products, what is the layout of your page? How is it going to look before you set it up? If you do that, setting up the WordPress site is very, very easy, because you'll know exactly what you're looking for and how to set it up fairly quickly. See, videos, I think all the beginning videos really help you plan ahead. All the rest of the videos, like setting up the website, installing the plugins and all that, I could do it all in less than an hour or less than half an hour. Then you need to customize your website. You install the search engine friendly plugins to make sure it's search engine friendly, and of course install plugins to create a user friendly and exciting editing time for your clients. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and move on to video number 2.